Hi, I'm Dan McTeague with TGPT TV, that's tomorrowsgaspricetoday.com, to give you this week's prediction as to where you can expect prices to go between September the 12th and, of course, September the 19th. Now, I've got to tell you, as we said last week, prices would start to decrease. In fact, they have. And while some of that may be the reluctance in Syria, it has a lot to do with the fact that it's the end of driving season and the Canadian currency continues to strengthen relative to the U.S. currency. That's important because we price all of our commodities in U.S. terms. So what it really means is that starting with the Atlantic provinces, where there's always a holdback in decreases, it's unfortunate that people think that's a great system of price regulation, but in fact, the price decreases we've seen right across the country of 4 and 5 cents a litre, Atlantic Canadians have been forced to pay them for the past 5 days, but tonight, Thursday and into Friday, you will see that those prices will drop anywhere between 4 and 6 cents a litre. Yes, I said 6 cents a litre, especially in Nova Scotia and Newfoundland. So if you're paying in the $1.38 to $1.40 range, expect those to drop to about $1.32 to $1.34. Of course, those prices will remain intact until the following Thursday and Friday, at which point we expect a further decrease, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Predicting that much longer usually winds up being both misleading and wrong. So what we're now seeing in Quebec, very much the same thing. They've seen decreases now in the tune of 4 to 5 cents a litre, and they will continue to see those prices drop. Quebec City, stubborn at $1.46.4, dropped a couple pennies to $1.44.4, $1.44.6. That will drop again, as will most of the regions between Montreal and Quebec City, down to as low as $1.42.9 beginning Friday and into Saturday. Now for Montreal, we've seen prices on the average trend from $1.43 on the weekend all the way down to $1.39. We expect those will continue to fall into the $1.37 range, and that of course means an additional penny to a penny and a half, maybe even 2 cents a litre, depending where you are in and around Montreal. For Ontario, we've seen prices as high as $1.36 last week, and as we said, those prices would drop indeed beginning Wednesday evening into Thursday, the 12th of September. You will see prices drop 2.3 cents a litre, perhaps Friday the 13th. Not a very great day. You will probably see another half-penny decrease as a result of, more supply available in the United States, and that could spill over into positive news into Canada. So look for prices to drop over the next couple of days. Maybe another on top of the 1.1 and the 2.3 that we've seen pretty much across Ontario over the past couple of days. Look for another penny to a penny and a half right into Wednesday the 18th. The 19th or Tuesday the 18th. Manitoba, well, we've seen prices drop from $1.27.9 down to $1.25.9. You could possibly see Winnipeg going down to $1.24, although that's really doubtful because we know retailers there are hanging on very jealously to an 11 cent a litre margin. That's much higher than places like Vancouver, Montreal, and Toronto. I guess I can't blame them. Unfortunately, you in Winnipeg have to pay for that. Saskatchewan has seen decreases of about a penny to a penny and a half. So if you're looking at Saskatoon, you're looking at $1.23.9. In Regina, you're looking at as little as $1.21.9, potentially going down even lower than that towards the weekend. Alberta, again, very competitive. Prices don't really move that much, but that has a lot to do with the fact that there hasn't been really a big decrease at the wholesale level. That will change Thursday and into Friday, and you could see prices in Edmonton scratching down to $1.10, whereas Calgary might be as little as $1.12. Now, as we move to British Columbia, the British Columbia interior might see a penny, penny and a half decrease. If you think Prince George, we saw the price drop there, a penny. Kamloops, a penny. Kelowna doesn't move at $1.32.9. We'll probably see maybe as much as a penny to a penny and a half decrease in the British Columbia interior. Out towards Vancouver and Victoria, however, it's a different story. They rely on their product from south of the border in the United States. They don't have necessarily a large pipeline, and as a result, prices may actually trend up a little bit. We think that's very temporary until the refinery situation in the United States resolves itself. So in the meantime, what you see is what you're going to get. $1.32.9 in Victoria, and of course, between $1.40 to $1.41, $1.42 in Vancouver. We might actually see Vancouver on the weekend do what Ottawa does, and that's drop 4 or 5 cents a liter. That's really only the removal of the retail margin, which squeezes independents. It's a common practice, usually led by below-cost sellers, usually grocery stores and Costco and the like. So that's pretty much it. That's a wrap for this week. We look forward to seeing you again